What you are looking at is the dark black water of the Moshannon Lake. Black Moshannon, to be honest with you, is kind of a weird looking lake. The waters are dark, almost like tea color, but there's a reason for that. That doesn't mean it's dangerous. It's not polluted. In fact, quite the opposite. The water that makes up the lake comes from streams and springs that surround the area, and the water goes over vegetation from bogs nearby and swampland that turns the water a color kind of like tea. WillyRob here, and I'll be your guide into Black Moshannon State Park, the fourth of my state park series, and it will be the last one for a while. We're moving on to other adventures next week out of the state parks. But in the meantime, let's enjoy these black waters. Moshannon, this is one of these state parks that you can take advantage of all year round. They have hunting, they have cross-country skiing, and this is located in central Pennsylvania, again in the mountains. Center County, to be exact, is where it's at, near Phillipsburg and Clearfield, Pennsylvania. There's fishing, there's swimming, there's a beach. We'll take a look at the beach here in a little bit, and there's even like a nature trail that takes you over some of the bogs. There's some unique foliage. There's actually carnivorous plants here in the park, 3 of them to be exact. Don't worry, they don't eat people or babies or anything like that, but they do eat bugs and some of them probably eat small mammals, I imagine, if they get so unfortunate. In the bog areas is where most of the wildlife and unique nature of this park lies. Today, there's some kind of event here in the park, so there are events here, so check the park calendar if you plan to come to the park just to see what those events would be. It's pretty busy here today, so we kind of went to one of the less traveled areas of the lake. There's a bridge that goes across the lake. Across that bridge, there's a lot of good camping areas, some more modern than others, some for campers, some for tents. It's a pretty well-developed state park with a good sense of wildlife. You will find bears, deer, beaver, pretty much most of that type of wildlife here in the park. I haven't been here since I was a teenager. I went tenting here, camping when I was younger, and that's the first time I saw a bear out in the wildlife, and that sucker was huge. And I'll tell you what, that particular bear, I got about 6 feet away from that bear because I was doing some things I shouldn't have been doing. That bear took one look at me, looked back in the dumpster it was digging in, and just took off. I'm sure it probably thought I could take that idiot's head clean off if I wanted to, but it spared me that day. So anyways, let's take a look around. Moshannon was taken from a Native American name, which meant where the elk come to drink, roughly. And that's what this was named after. Natives settled this area before the province of Pennsylvania ended up buying this off of them. It was the Iroquois that had this at one time. Several types of Native Americans had lived off of this land. They hunted, they fished here, and then eventually, just like all the other parks that we talk about here in Pennsylvania, the Civilian Conservation Corps came and fixed it up, turned this into a state park, been maintained ever since, and now it's pretty much a very nice and clean park. So that's going to do it. Thanks for coming along on this adventure. Stay safe on your own adventures.